Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Dina Puspita Sari, and I will tell you about the popularity of Tony Hillerman's novel A Thief of Time. In the next slide, I will tell about Tony Hillerman as the author of this novel. He is past president of the Mystery Writers of America and has received its Edgar and Grandmaster Awards. And the next is the biography of Tony Hillerman. Tony Hillerman was born in Sacred Heart on May 27, 1925, and was the youngest of three children. He lives with his wife, Mary, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and Tony Hillerman died of pulmonary failure on Sunday, October 26, 2008. He was survived by his wife, 6 children, and generations of readers who come to his work in order to visit Indian country. And the next slide is tell about the A Thief of Time novel. From New York Times best-selling author Tony Hillerman, A Thief of Time is the 8-series novels of the investigation led by Lieutenant Joe Lepern and Officer Jim Chi to find the ruthless killer. And the next slide is the synopsis of this novel. The novel tells about the efforts of Lieutenant Joe Lepern and Officer Jim Chi to find an anthropologist who mysteriously disappeared after illegally broke Coco Belly's Crooked Flute, a unique part of Anasazi civilization. And the setting of this novel occurred in Navajo Reservation in northeastern Arizona and northwestern New Mexico. And the next slide is the popularity level of this novel. And then the first popularity level is the popularity of this novel is related to the popularity of the author. A Thief of Time is popular because Tony Hillerman as the author is very popular. He has a lot of fans, then he won so many achievements for his works. And the second, the writing style of the author is not understandable but is very interesting to read, especially for people who like the subgenre of mystery. And I think his style of writing is something that people have to get used to because for me it seems little copy at first and hard to understand. But honestly, the storyline is very interesting for me. This novel not only tells the mystery element but also compared to another element like romance and magic. And the third is this novel adapted to a movie entitled A Thief of Time. Since this novel is very popular, so the author adapted this novel into a movie entitled A Thief of Time, same as the title of the novel. And the last one, the storyline of this novel does not follow the current trend. In addition, the storyline of this novel is not follow the current time because this novel tell about the private investigator work. The novel takes the length of a classic police procedural while simultaneously highlighting the culture and belief system of the Navajo. And the next is the power of setting use. So the novel is highlighting the culture and belief system of the Navajo. Navajo, it is a Native American novel. I mean that this novel is a Native American novel, and the characters are Navajo Indians who live in the southwest near the Four Corners, where the Anasazi used to live. And this setting also provides us with many traditional beliefs of the Navajo, such as kindi, which is the word for stealing lingering spirits on earth. And the next is the power of choice of word. And then in this novel, the writing style of the author are so rich with ethnographic and anthropological materials. The writing style of the author, accolades from around the world, put us an award-winning author of detective fiction as well as a perspective and active supporter of Native American rights. And then, unreadable but interestingly, in the beginning, this was sort of hard for me to read because the writing was hard to get a feel for. However, throughout the book, it became more interesting as they delved deeper into the missing person case. It was not terribly exciting or mind-blowing, but I didn't find myself wondering what happened to a certain person or who was the killer. After the big build up through the whole novel, the ending was a little anticlimax for me because there was not much drama going on, and once they found Eleanor and Elliot, it just sort of ended. I liked, however, that the book seems like it could be real. It was not overly exaggerated but rather portrayed events that could possibly happen. And then the next is characterization. In this novel, most of the characters actually seem quite flat. The author establishes common characters, but the storyline highlighting the characters. Aside from the two protagonists, there is not much characterization. I think this is because this book is the egg in a series of murder mysteries, and the characters were most likely explained in more depth in the previous books. And the two pictures in the slides is illustrated of Lieutenant Joe Leopold and Officer Chimchi. And then for the last is conclusion. Um, for me, in A Thief of Time, mystery serves to attract the reader. It tends to make the reader curiously about the storyline. Mystery requires a sense of other aspects to make the storyline interesting. Because of that, there will be many aspects that make the storyline more complex. The reader does not feel bored while reading the novel because the storyline does not feel monotonous. So this novel is highlighting the mystery, but another aspect also greatly enrich the storyline. And then for me, this novel is very interesting. Although the author do not present the current trend, but he presenting the culture and belief system of Navajo, which is quite different with another novel I think. And Navajo is the Native American who live in Arizona and New Mexico. And for your information, this novel is adapted into movie, and I have watched the movie, and the movie is also interesting, but I think that the complex storyline is there in the novel, because the novel have a lot of pages. So if you want to study or know about the deep storyline, you can read the novel, but if you just want to know the culture or belief system of the Navajo, you can watch the movie. I recommended it, and I think that's all for me. I hope you can get the point of this explanation, and you can realize the popular element in this novel. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.